the top of the ladder. Oh, what joy there shall be, and the angels are holding up this ladder for me. As I climb this gospel ladder, always heeding every sign, I know my Savior's with me and He's teaching me to climb. Every day that I'm climbing, there's a battle for me. Every step on the ladder is another victory. They're holding up the ladder that I'm climbing on. I'm climbing up the ladder and I'm going home. At the top of the ladder, oh, what joy there shall be, and the angels are holding up this ladder for me. There's a mansion being built for me somewhere in glory land, and this ladder that I'm climbing is a part of the plan. I can hear the angels beckoning, keep climbing, don't stop. There's a crown of life awaiting for you when you reach the top. They're holding up the ladder that I'm climbing on. I'm climbing up the ladder and I'm going home. At the top of the ladder, oh, what joy there shall be, and the angels are holding up this ladder for me. Come on, you Christian soldiers, show the world your light can shine. Get on this gospel ladder and don't be afraid to climb. Can't you hear the angels cheering? Soon the battle will be yours, and we'll celebrate the victory when we reach the other shore. They're holding up the ladder that I'm climbing on. I'm climbing up the ladder and I'm going home. At the top of the ladder, oh, what joy there shall be, and the angels are holding up this ladder for me. For every valley there's a lily, for every garden there's a rose. There's no mountain faith can't master. All my heartaches Jesus knows. In my sorrow there's a comfort. All this troubled heart of mine, I know the midnight hour we're weeping, but in the morning joy I'll find. Though the storms of life are raging, above the thorns I'll find a rose. For He sends storms and showers that make the little flowers grow. Above the dark clouds there's a sunshine. With His assurance my heart knows. For every valley there's a lily, and every garden there's a rose. He is the lily of the valley. He's the bright and morning star. When you're burdened down with sorrow, He's in the valley where you are. When tomorrow's journey's ended, on the mountaintop I'll stand, with the rose of Sharon's beauty, and with that lily hand in hand. Though the storms of life are raging, above the thorns I'll find a rose. For He sends storms and showers that make the little flowers grow. Above the dark clouds there's a sunshine. With His assurance my heart knows. For every valley there's a lily, and every garden there's a rose. Lord, want to go.
I've heard of a city where we'll wear a robe and crown, where troubles will be ended, and we'll lay these burdens down. We'll walk by the river, down the streets of purest gold.
No, I've never been there, but I sure do want to go.
I'm just
Waiting for Jesus to call me home some sweet day.
all the
Signs are now pointing to that land across the way.
this old
World is now fading as I see my home, sweet home. No, I've never been there, but I sure do want to go.
I wonder how my mansion is really going to be, how high the walls of jasper, and who will live next door to me. But the only thing that matters, I'll see the Savior of my soul.
No, I've never been there, but I sure do want to go.
I'm just
Waiting for Jesus to call me home some sweet day.
all the
Signs are now pointing to that land across the way.
this old
World is now fading as I see my home, sweet home. No, I've never been there, but I sure do want to go.
I'm just
Waiting for Jesus to call me home some sweet day.
all the
Signs are now pointing to that land across the way.
this old
World is now fading as I see my home, sweet home. No, I've never been there, but I sure do want to go. Often in my mind I wonder to my younger days, when I roamed the hills and valleys in my childhood play. But I always would remember Mother's last remarks she had made as I was leaving. You be home before dark.
I'll be home before the dark.
Darkness falls
In this troubled
in this troubled land.
I'll be meeting with the ones
Ones I love
on the golden strand.
on the golden strand.
When the supper table has
Has been set before they start, I'll be safely in my Father's house. I'll be home before dark. Should the Lord delay his coming to this earth again, I may go by death to glory, heaven's grand domain. But there won't be any darkness when I shall embark through the valley of the shadows I'll be home before dawn.
I'll be home before the
Darkness falls
in this troubled land.
in this troubled land.
I'll be meeting with the
Ones I love
on the golden strand.
on the golden strand.
When the supper table
Has been set before they start. I'll be safely in my Father's house. I'll be home before dark. There's a city, a beautiful city, just beyond the divide, where God's children shall rest eternal, there will ever abide. Daily striving to reach that homeland, we are going that way, headed for glory, telling a story, we shall see heaven someday. Someday we shall see Jesus, someday by and by. Someday these eyes shall behold him in that city on high. We must not linger, we must keep moving, Jesus is leading the way. Shouting and singing, joy bells ringing, we shall see heaven someday. The saints who have gone before us, we're determined to stay in the path that is straight and narrow, leading us forward each day. Though we have problems, Jesus is faithful, all our needs to supply. The time is now nearing for his appearing and for our heavenly flight. Someday we shall see Jesus, someday by and by. Someday these eyes shall behold him in that city on high. We must not linger, we must keep moving, Jesus is leading the way. Shouting and singing, joy bells ringing, we shall see heaven someday. Someday we shall see Jesus, someday by and by. Someday these eyes shall behold him in that city on high. We must not linger, we must keep moving, Jesus is leading the way. Shouting and singing, joy bells ringing, we shall see heaven someday.
As a little boy was playing at the neighbor's house one day, suddenly his face was sad and still. Two men were in discussion, and Tommy heard one say, "There's no God and Jesus isn't real."
Please don't tell my daddy Jesus isn't real. Please don't make him like he was before. Since Jesus saved my daddy, he's good to me and dear. He don't hurt my mommy anymore.
He used to come home drinking, little Tommy went on to say, and me and Bill would have to run and hide. But now we are so happy when he comes home every day, and we don't have to hear our mommy cry. The room was filled with silence, and tears had filled the eyes of two men shaking hands as they depart. They walked away so sadly from little Tommy's cry, his pleading words still burning in their hearts.
Please don't tell my daddy Jesus isn't real. Please don't make him like he was before. Since Jesus saved my daddy, he's good to me and dear. He don't hurt my mommy anymore. Please don't tell him Jesus isn't real. Bring back the songs we used to sing, beautiful songs with an old-fashioned ring, where the Spirit takes hold in every refrain. Bring back the songs we used to sing.
I long to hear, revive us again. On Christ the
solid rock I stand. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine, and my dad's favorite song, the 99. Bring back the songs we used to sing, beautiful songs with an old-fashioned ring, where the Spirit takes hold in every refrain. Bring back the songs we used to sing.
I thank the Lord, for come unto me, and for how beautiful heaven must be.
Few could compare with living by faith, and one of the best was our flyaway. Bring back the songs we used to sing, beautiful songs with an old-fashioned ring, where the Spirit takes hold in every refrain. Bring back the songs we used to sing. Bring back the songs we used to sing.
I hear people talk about Christ coming back someday. They say he's getting ready to come. He may even come today. But I don't think they realize how time's passing away.
He's not getting ready to come, he's already on his way. It won't be long now and we're gonna be with him to live for a. Well, I get so excited just thinking about that day. If you can't feel it in the air, you better begin to pray. He's not getting ready to come, he's already on his way.
The time is drawing closer now, he soon shall appear. This world is full of trouble and strife, heartache and fear. But I can feel a restlessness in God's children today.
He's not getting ready to come, he's already on his way. It won't be long now and we're gonna be with him to live for a. Well, I get so excited just thinking about that day. If you can't feel it in the the air, you better begin to pray. He's not getting ready to come, he's already on his way. It won't be long now and we're gonna be with him to live for a. Well, I get so excited just thinking about that day. If you can't feel it in the air, you better begin to pray. He's not getting ready to come, he's already on his way.
Angels bear swiftly this message. I've been saved by marvelous grace. But there is one thing that I'm asking. When you get to that heavenly place, call out my name loud and clear. Somewhere in heaven, Mama's listening to hear. She must have prayed a million prayers and cried a million tears. So as you write my name in heaven, call out my name loud and clear. I remember when at her bedside, the last words I heard her say was, "Oh Lord, please save my children." Then to heaven she slipped away. Call out my name loud and clear. Somewhere in heaven, Mama's listening to hear. She must have prayed a million prayers and cried a million tears. So as you write my name in heaven, call out my name loud and clear. Call out my name loud and clear. Somewhere in heaven, Mama's listening to hear. She must have prayed a million prayers and cried a million tears. So as you write my name in heaven, call out my name loud and clear.
Often I recall how my mother sang when she made my life seem so sublime. Now she's joined the choir in that great beyond. I'd like to hear her sing just one more time.
Just one more time, I'd like to sing with all my friends who joy did bring.
But it seems there is one more hill to climb.
Yes, we know we'll meet someday in that sweet home not far away.
I'd like to sing with them just one more time.
my father too has gone on before to a land where joy bells ever chime. What a heritage they have left for me. I'd like to see them both just one more time.
Just one more time, I'd like to sing with all my friends who joy did bring.
But it seems there is one more hill to climb.
Yes, we know we'll meet someday in that sweet home not far away.
I'd like to sing with them just one more time.
Oft as friends we meet just to sing God's praise. Oh, it's sure a sweet and blissful time. There are those who've gone and we miss them so. I'd like to see them all just one more time.
Just one more time, I'd like to sing with all my friends who joy did bring.
But it seems there is one more hill to climb.
Yes, we know we'll meet someday in that sweet home not far away.
I'd like to sing with them just one more time.